guys, welcome back. It's Shelby. Today I am going to continue my decorating for Christmas. I'm going to be making, hopefully, a crystallized snowman. I saw these at the store. They're called indoor snowballs. Basically, they're just giant pom-poms. Like they just kind of tear apart and I don't know, they're a weird texture. They're like almost, I think they're yarn. They're like kind of synthetic-y yarn, but they move kind of cool. They feel cool. So I'm going to be using 3 of these, and I'm going to be using borax to crystallize them. If you guys are familiar with how to crystallize things with borax, I will cover it briefly, but not go into depth. If you aren't and you want to learn more about it, I will link my video either here or here, wherever it goes, above of kind of my first making borax experiment, and it goes way more into detail than I'm going to go today. But I will link everything you need down in the description along with my socials as always, and let's get going. Step number 1, get a big pot. Step 2, fill said pot full of water. Step 3, turn your stove on and get that water basically boiling. Take your borax and pour it in, and basically just dump a ton in and keep stirring until it dissolves. If it does dissolve, add more to it and just keep going until no more will dissolve in the water. These are my 3 pom-poms. I actually considered doing them separately and gluing them together, but definitely a smarter move to string them all on one string. So like normal, you just dip it a few times until it gets saturated with the water and sinks. Only these didn't sink, so basically just get them as saturated as you can, get them underwater, and once they start crystallizing and getting heavier with the water, they will eventually sink. I was totally freaking out at this point because I can't get them to sink, but they will eventually go down. Okay, here's how it turned out. Oh. Oh, pretty cool. All right, I'm gonna let that dry. Awesome. Let it just kind of chill overnight on a paper towel in a bowl. Here we go. Find a wall with a background. This is how my little crystal snowman turned out. Super cute, pretty good size. He needs a face and some arms, of course, so that is the next step. Look how shiny he is. Love it. Okay, so I've got my snowman and my hot glue gun, which has definitely seen better days. I actually was thinking about it and I decided I don't want like pipe cleaners or something for arms just because I think that looks a little awkward, you know? Instead, I want to make cute little arms that kind of curve around, look like they're made out of snow. So that's what I'm going to do with hot glue. So basically, I just decided where his front's going to be. I think it's going to be this side. And I'm just going to put a ton of hot glue and just shape some arms out of that. General shape. So my idea for the arms is, you know, just the shoulders coming around, kind of like it's holding its little snowman tummy. I'm going to have the hands covered in mittens, and that way I don't really have to worry about like branches. And I was thinking about it and I'm like, I can't really make them look like hands, but if they look like branches, that's going to look super weird. So I decided my snowman is going to have arms made out of snow and he's going to be wearing mittens. So then it's just a little round thing on the end with a thumb sticking up, and his hands are going to cover each other. So yeah, just kind of avoid any weird odd shapes at all, and that is what I'm going to do. Basically just building it up out from the side. The hot glue does look a little bit different than the crystals, but they're both kind of a translucent, clear white color, so I'm not super worried about the texture. I think it blends in pretty well, and it gives that desired shape. There we go, one done. Next up, since I can, I'm just going to put some little buttons on just to kind of make sure I know exactly where the center of the snowman is, and I want them to have buttons. So these are going to represent little you know, hunks of coal. So I'm just putting little dots of glue, and then I'm going to come around for the other side, the other arm, kind of get the shoulder up as high as it was on the previous arm, straight across and kind of equidistant on both sides from the buttons. Like I said earlier, the hands are going to be across each other, so I made the one mitten for his left arm, and now I'm putting the right mitten over that, so it's a bigger kind of clump of glue with another little thumb sticking up. Fill in the arm, try and make it as smooth as possible. It's okay to be a little bit rough, but just to mimic the crystal, but since it's snow, it's meant to be a little bit smooth. So just shaping it up how I want, and that's gonna be my arms and my buttons. So he's moving along pretty quickly and looking pretty good. Even without a face, super cute. But let's move on to the face. So I'm doing the same thing as I did for the buttons, just little droplets, kind of swirling around and trying to get as much away from the glue as possible is good. I'm going to be adding some little coal hunks for, I guess, lips. I'm just going to be doing a little like coal smile with the eyes as well. And then for the nose, actually, I want to build up a little carrot. So I'm making a dollop and then like pulling it out and swirling it as it dries. You can see here I'm blowing on it and kind of like using the little threads to stretch it out. I'm not necessarily ripping them off until I can get some shape out of it. Pulling it up and then just letting it dry, moving on to the mouth, moving on to the eyes, and then going back and building another layer and stretching it out. That's how I'm going to get my cute little carrot shape that I want for his nose, to make it very three-dimensional, very kind of realistic looking, and get it the appropriate size and proportion for the rest of his face. There we go. So you can see right there, just slowly pull it out, and then it's going to want to curve over, so just slowly pull it up to keep it straight. Fill in any gaps, and you have a cute little carrot nose. Okay, perfect. Just finishing up the last of the face here. I think he looks great, super cute. Kind of hard to tell, but like I can see the glue, so I know where it is. You can kind of see a little there, but he's perfect. Time to jazz him up with some color. I forgot. First, we're doing some feet for him. Very important for your snowman to be able to stand upright, so 3 little dots to make a little tripod for him. All right, so we've got the hot glue dry. It's kind of hard to see because it's essentially clear, but you can see his little nose there. Super cute. So basically now I'm just going to paint him. I've got 4 colors: orange, black, red, and green. I'm using acrylic paint because it dries a lot faster than, say, oil paint, and I'm just going to go in with my red. I'm actually going to leave his arms clear because they're meant to look like they're made out of snow. And I'm just going to paint the hot glue over the mittens portion that I made. So I'm speeding this part up. The hot glue, the smooth areas, the paint has a little bit of trouble adhering to it, but just be patient and kind of go slow and you'll get a fabulous final look. I wanted to do red and green, but didn't necessarily clean my brush a lot, so that's why you're getting the different brown muddy green there. But I just want the cuffs of the mittens green, so I'm just gonna go over it until it's a true green and not the muddy color that I made it mixed with the red. So I'm just putting a bunch of paint on there rather than wiping it off because, as I said, acrylic dries relatively quickly and it's not really a problem just to load it up and give it a few minutes to dry. And then of course, in order to sell the illusion that it's one glove on top of the other, you have to put a little bit of green on the other glove there. Did actually clean my brush for this part. I'm going in with black and just coloring in his coal buttons, his coal eyes, and his coal little mouth. So just kind of, it's actually, this part's kind of difficult because while I can see the hot glue in general, trying to paint it on and not get the crystals is a little bit tricky because they do actually look pretty similar, but just go slow, try to make them as round as possible. You can also kind of optically shape them a little bit so that if you did mess up and your hot glue is not round or you want it to look a little bit more like coals, just do that with the paint. Make it look a little bit better. Time for the carrots because it's the last thing to go on a snowman, always. Take your orange and just color that little cone right up and you'll have a beautiful, smiling, happy little snowman. It's coming out of frame a little bit, but yep. Look at him, coming to life. Awesome. Okay, you guys, so he's all done and all dry. One last little thing I'm gonna add is a little Santa hat. Oh my God, he's so cute. Look at him, he's just ready for winter. I'm gonna add some pictures at the end of him standing up, but he'll be way out of frame if I do that now. But he's so cute. He's sturdy. He's very heavy because of the crystals. But can you see, like, does he shine a little bit? Yeah, so you can see. So pretty, just like real snow. So cute. I love him. Adorable. So the face and the arms and everything are just hot glue with a little bit of paint. It's super easy to do. Super excited to add this to my holiday decor. I hope you guys liked the video. I hope you like my snowman. If you do, give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing. I'll see you again here soon, and I'll add some pictures of him standing up by himself at the end. You did see me add 3 little dots. I would suggest that mainly because it's like crystal, so it could like scratch whatever you put it on. But if he's a little bit uneven, you can make some bigger than the others. Give yourself a little tripod to stand on. Anyway, that's just a little tip. Otherwise, he's so cute. And he wishes you a very happy winter season and holidays. And yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Bye.